Opening scene. Upbeat music fades as host leans forward with a contemplative smile. Host. What does it take to silence a home crowd so completely that even the rain seems to stop falling? Because that's exactly what happened when the All Blacks rolled into Durban and left South African rugby fans scrambling for explanations. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another All Blacks victory? Yawn. But wait, this wasn't just any win. We're talking 54-0. A shutout so brutal it made commentators sound like they'd forgotten how sports journalism works. Let's unpack why this result reveals way more than just a scoreline. Cut to montage of rainy rugby footage. Host. First off, the weather. Yes, the rain was biblical. But here's what interests me. Why did every South African writer mention the downpour before discussing the actual game? Personally, I think it's a classic psychological move. When your team gets humiliated on home soil, you need narrative life preservers. The pitch was a swamp, sure. But let's be real, this was a clinic in dominance. Not a battle against nature. What many people miss here is how the All Blacks thrive in chaos. Mud on the ball? Perfect. Slippery conditions? Advantage? World-class adaptability. Shift to split screen showing trophy versus player close-up. Host. Now about that pre-match ceremony featuring Mai Nonu. On paper, honoring a legend makes sense. But zoom out, this was South Africa's attempt to reclaim cultural dignity mid-slaughter. A detail I find fascinating? How local media framed Nonu's presence as nostalgic pride, while the All Blacks were actively weaponizing that history against them. It's like inviting a former champion to watch your new contender dismantle your team. Brutal. Poetic. Unintentionally hilarious. Transition to whiteboard with 54-0 circled. Host. Let's address the elephant in the stadium. 54-0. That's not just a score. It's a statement. What this really suggests is a terrifying truth for rugby nations. New Zealand's system isn't just better. It's evolving while others stagnate. When South Africa's top columnist leads with the rain mattered more than the result, that's not analysis, it's trauma. And honestly, that denial might be costing them development. If you can't admit you've been outplayed by a superior machine, how do you ever catch up? Cut to host pacing thoughtfully. Host. This raises a deeper question about sports media ethics. Should journalists be comforters or truth-tellers? Because when every post-match take becomes, well, the weather was bad, you're not protecting your team, you're infantilizing your audience. I'll say this, the All Blacks don't need help looking good. Their legacy grows every time opponents reduce their own excellence to lucky conditions. The real story here isn't the win. It's how losing narratives shape national sports culture. Closing shot. Host at stadium backdrop. Host. So next time you hear about a historic shutout, ask yourself, who's really being shut out? The team on the scoreboard? Or the millions watching who deserve honest analysis instead of convenient excuses? Let me know in the comments, does sports journalism have a responsibility to hurt feelings for the sake of progress? Or should we all just keep blaming the weather? Outro music swells as screen splits between laughing host and subscribe animation.